Okay, guys, just a little update before we get into it. I am still working through your requests. If you're on the post-it note, I will film a video for you. But I'm running into issues with copyright and stuff like that, so they may not come out in the order that they were requested in, just because I have to go through the dispute process, and that takes a couple days. But it will come out. So, yeah, just stay patient, and unless I completely miss your request, just know I'm not gonna just ignore you. um, but yeah, so let's get into it. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, we're reacting to the Gong of Knockouts. Now, I did a little research beforehand, and I saw that, let's see. Is this song dedicated to Kai? I'm sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Kai? But Kai was the bassist. I just looked it up. The bassist. And he passed away in 2019 due to acute heart failure. So that's sad. So let's listen to the song and see what their tribute to Kai is like. This band blew me away last time. A little lo-fi. Sorry to pause it like super early, but I like how they have the backbone. So the basic stripped down chord progression is a really simple one and a really historically melodic one. And it works well, but they have over top of it clashing, like a lot of dissonance, which I think is really cool, because normally you see dissonance used, I think, with darker chord progressions in general, but they're using kind of this happier-ish sounding chord progression, but they have the dark clashing dissonance over top of it. So I think that's interesting. This riff reminds me of Eskimo Callboy, Hypa Hypa. Okay, it kind of reminds me of I Prevail. I like that. Nice side string there. I like this guy's voice. Scream bloody murder, my man. Bloody murder, my man. Okay. That was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. The Gong of Knockout. Okay. One thing I find interesting about this band is that they seem to be a combination between a lot of bands that I really like, and they just happen to come from Japan. So they're obviously the language is going to be different sometimes, but it's also different how the composing, the writing, actual songwriting. It's interesting to see how it differs when you cross cultures. So I liked that, and they remind me a lot. They remind me of a cross between I Prevail and Eskimo Callboy. The I Prevail characteristics mainly being this kind of rap yelling that they do, and this kind of hardcore, just hype vocals, which I really like. And then the Eskimo Callboy, we got the EDM influences, and we also got, in the guitar work itself, really fun, groovy, catchy, just tasty guitar work, which I enjoyed. So obviously I couldn't understand anything what they're saying, so if there's a deeper message behind this, it was lost on me. But clearly the screamer was screaming bloody murder, man. I heard him. I'm actually not sure quite what type of scream he was doing, whether or not it was false chord or fry. There were times where I thought that he did a couple lows, like it sounded like he was opening up into like a little false chord low. But I also think he could have been in fry too, because when he would scream bloody murder, it sounded like it could have been fry, but it also sounded like it could have been false chord, because it wasn't. It didn't have the characteristic. I don't know. I think it could have been both, but maybe he was doing both, or maybe he was doing only fry. Maybe he was doing only false chord. I don't know. The only way is to look inside his throat. But he was so passionate with his screams, and I loved that. He left nothing out on the line. I mean, similar to what you see Ronnie Radke do, Falling in Reverse. When he screams bloody murder, he screams bloody murder. I mean, he will leave nothing behind. He will give it everything he's got. So I appreciate that. What I like about this band is they expand my horizons. I don't get locked into kind of the same cycle of things that I listen to, and I'm constantly learning more and expanding my horizons and seeing what's out there, which is good, because not only does it make you a more educated music person in general, it also makes you a better songwriter, and that's what it's all about, right? I mean, a lot of us, we love music, we love to write songs. It's just kind of like, how do we go about that? And listening to different types of music is unfathomably important. If you look into any of the greatest songwriters in the most recent decade or two, they listen to all different types of music. I mean, even Ronnie Radke, he listens to all these different pop artists and rappers, not not because he's like trying to learn something new or something. Like, he genuinely likes that stuff. He likes different types of music. And so I think branching out and always finding what you like and learning from it and just absorbing the other avenues that people take creatively is really important. So thank you for the request. There's going to be more Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I'm sure. We have Virtue and Vice is what I'm going to record next. And I'm sure you guys will comment below more Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas that I should do. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it.